Sorry, what'd you say?
We gave a workshop for construct once. Yeah.
No way. That is
Yeah.
super cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is quickly, since it's 1 o'clock, I'm going to do like a quick introduction and then we will go from there. Hello, everyone. Welcome to your fifth speaker session today. We have very special guests. They're our first international guests. In fact, they're tuning in from Jordan. Who can tell me where Jordan is? Which continent? Which continent is Jordan in? It's spelled like this. I'm going to type it out. People are no Googling. I feel like people are Googling right now.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, it's in Asia. Yes. And so they are based in Amman, Jordan, and they are two sisters who love playing, making, tinkering with video games, and they're kind of self-taught developers who have published multiple games, and they run a game studio called Sakura Games. And they are here to tell you all about their journey and how they became game developers and what they plan on doing next. So I will pass the mic over to you, Sham and Jana.
Thank you for the great introduction. Thank you. And thank you for Girls My Games to give us this opportunity. It's such a pleasure. What you do is awesome.
Yay. So it's going to be a little underwhelming because like you'll only see me, everyone else is on chat, but they will comment on chat. And
Okay. No problem. Well, now we'll share our screen with you.
Yes.
And
yeah, I think it's working. Okay. Just a second.
Sweet, we can all see it.
Okay. So my name is Sham and I'm 18 years old.
And I'm Jana, I'm 14 years old.
We're the founders of Sakura Games, where we develop edutainment games to make education more interactive and enjoyable. And today we're going to tell you our story.
We started just like any other child, spending all our days in a nearby park doing literally nothing. We were like the heroes of doing nothing, wasting all our days in that park. We'd go there after school, then wait for holidays so we can go all day, wait for school again to go after school.
And we grew up at the same park. 8 years passed just like that. And we're doing the same boring routine.
We did do some extra activities like poetry reading and Kung Fu, for example, but still, all our days were wasted over nothing. So my father encouraged us to try something new. He always said a quote by the poet Abdul Qasim Shabi: "Whoever fears climbing the mountains shall live forever in the ditches."
So in 2015, we tried to do something about it and change the way we lived. We started searching for something new. That's why we tried journalism. We started working in journalism, covering topics related to children, culture. So we go to an event about these topics, make interviews with the kids, with the organizers, and then write an article about it and publish it in the magazine.
While working in journalism, we also entered the field of voiceover and dubbing in 2016, working to localize and create Arabic content with DW Documentary, Gene TV, UNICEF, World of Dod, etc.
The first show we worked on in dubbing was Odd Squad. Have you heard about it? Well, it's about Olive and Otto, agents who are part of an agency that seeks to save the day using math when odd things happen. So we worked on 70 episodes. The Arabic sounds were ours.
While working in journalism also, we interviewed the founder of an academy that teaches kids programming in 2016. So I started learning there. I learned small basic, Java, JavaScript, HTML, and a bit of CSS.
In 2017, our father guided us to work with skills which not everyone can gain, with the least amount of competitors with the same skill set. So you can make money, you can be the leader in your job, and we realized that journalism was not that choice. Game development is.
Our father was our mentor, so you need to have a mentor to be able to succeed. But a mentor without determination doesn't work, and determination without a mentor will make the journey longer and get you lost. And talking about skills, we should rethink our college choices. Does college actually teach you skills, or is your degree useless? President Trump, whether we like his politics or not, made a bold executive order a few weeks ago that overhauls the government's hiring practices so that a job applicant's skills will be given priority over a college degree. Just, can you hear it?
Okay, we'll do that for Maryland. We'll take this. To further expand opportunity, I'm taking a bold action to reform the federal workforce. Today, I'll sign an executive order that directs the federal government to replace outdated and really outdated, it's called degree-based hiring with skill-based hiring. So we want it based on skill. The federal government will no longer be narrowly focused on where you went to school, but the skills and the talents that you bring to the job, we want that skill to be there. We want it based on merit. We've looked at merit for a long time, and we've been able to get that done.
And if we looked at it, many people, they study something and they do absolutely the opposite.
So this is what we were aiming for, to gain skills in game development.
So we entered the gaming industry and started learning the basics of games development and design. We made many projects to help us learn, and well, our first project was made on Construct, by the way, was not that great. I mean, it's about finding stuff. Jana was the programmer and I was the designer. Well, the designer who steals the art of Walt Disney Animation Studios and think that this is cool.
By the way, Sham will be 18 soon, so Disney can arrest her for their copyrights in this game.
We have no problem. In our minds, we thought that Disney will come to us and tell us, wow, this is a great game. We'll buy this game from you.
And our second game, which we worked on for months, we were still figuring out how to use the softwares. It was made on Unity and Maya, so it was very simple. Since Sham is obsessed with robots and the idea that they will conquer the world someday, we made it about robots who turned evil because of a crazy scientist and capturing them in cages to send them to space. Enough about our amazing games and back to the main story. The idea of combining what we learned in media creation and game development to start developing edutainment games sparked back then when we started learning game development. And that's why we started Sakura Games.
As you know, the problem we all suffered from, the systematic modular curriculum, the lack of interactivity in schools. You have to go to school, memorize information, put them in the paper and go back home. After the year finishes, you delete all this information. I finished high school yesterday and I barely can remember what was my last exam. So we go to school, we don't learn that knowledge, we just waste time because it's not interactive. You're not having fun, you're not gaining experiences and skills. So we're trying to do something about it.
So now let's meet Crimson. It's our first edutainment game that we made in 2017 for Arabic-speaking children. There's Crimson the bunny and Rose the kitten. Don't ask about why we named them this way. We just wanted a good name, and Crimson was what came up to mind. It educates letters, colors, numbers, and shapes in Arabic and English.
This is Crimson Scene, where you learn Arabic. You learn by listening to a word that represents a shape or a color or a number, and then you have to drag the right answer to the answer box. And you watch the rabbit movement and improvements. This is Rose, where you learn English. Enhanced with a feature that allows the child to take selfies and photos with the characters and the places they visit. In 2018, the judges of the Big Indie Pitch tried Crimson, and they really liked it. So it won the second place in the Big Indie Pitch.
Also, Crimson was nominated as a Young Gun finalist in the Rookies Awards in 2019. When we made Crimson, we started feeling like we have a message, that we're making an impact in society. This is another edutainment project with the One Degree Academy in the UK to teach kids about different cultures and languages.
One of the parents once came to us and told us that my kid did not used to wake up early, but when they learned about your game, they woke up early and they just want to play it. So this means a lot to us. Also, a couple of class supporting games about colors, shapes, and numbers for kindergarten students with the International Amman Academy.
Another one with a company for e-learning skills. This game was related to customer service and dealing with customers.
Now, let's tell you about the collaborations. Talking about Jordan, for the ones who did not know Jordan, you should know this and you should taste it because you love Jordan after this.
So this is the casual traditional related game where you have to aim the meatballs to a bot. And
Oh no, I think you guys are lagging.
is the hardest you get.
Sham and Jana, can you
Just
repeat the last few sentences?
Okay, so
the part about the meatball. Yes, the machine about the meatball, because it lagged a little bit there.
Yeah, it's Jamid balls. Jamid, called Jamid.
Jamid?
Yeah.
No way.
It's a hardened, you get it, used to cook mansaf. Mansaf is our traditional dish. It's really tasty, by the way. You should do.
Rice, meat, and you get it. They don't mix in real life, but in Mansaf they do.
For some reason. Yeah. This was made in collaboration with a homemade food delivery company. This game was made for Ramadan, which is the month where we, as Muslims, fast.
Nice.
A distinctive experience with the Royal Tank Museum in creating an augmented reality project to enrich the tour inside the museum by solving puzzles and playing games.
Moving on to other projects we made. Qawqa'a was made in Zenga Game Jam in 2018 in just 3 days, about a magical, colorful turtle saving her kid from evil bad cubes. So this game jam's organizers would post 10 suggested themes for the jam a week earlier and make us vote. So we saw the themes, thought of an idea for each one, and our favorite theme was about colors. This was the idea for it. But when the actual theme was announced, it was symbolicity. We still liked this idea and worked on it, despite the fact that it didn't fit symbolicity at all.
We ended up winning the first place in graphics in MENA, so it was not a total waste. Qawqa'a was also nominated for the IMGA International Mobile Games Awards in 2019.
And our most recent games, Sumo, Zumurud, and Sakura, still in development.
I'mar is a project that, I'mar in Arabic means rebuild.
Construction.
So, yes.
Yeah.
So this project, we're aiming to give refugees hope that they can one day come back to their homeland and rebuild their countries.
Since 2018, we started working in collaboration with hyper-casual publishers such as Bdour, and the KPIs are really promising.
Those are some of the prototypes. Maybe you've downloaded one of them while the testing phase was on.
It was in America, so.
Yes, also Micromans, Water Wars, and other games.
Old games.
Embarrassing games. Also
So many games.
Yes.
Yeah. We made them to learn, so they weren't that high quality games.
Yes.
They're amazing.
Thank you.
In 2018, I took the professional certification in Autodesk Maya from Autodesk company. So I'm one of the only 3 experts in Jordan in Autodesk Maya, and from the few females in the world. The story of having or getting the certification was really weird. I mean, I prepared myself for the user certification, which is before the professional one. I went to the exam center and I applied for the exam. I failed. So I went back home, studied more, and went to the exam center, so maybe I can pass this time. All the devices were broken, so I had to apply for the professional exam, which is harder. The idea is that I passed the professional exam after 2 tries, and this is amazing. Actually, this story reminds me of one of the verses of the Holy Quran, which means that you may hate a thing that's good for you, and you maybe love a thing that's bad for you. I hated that there was not an opportunity to apply for the user exam, but now having the professional exam, having the professional certification is much better.
So in 2019, we joined the Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurial Excellence at Al Hussein Technical University, which is the top incubator in Jordan. We joined it as a game development startup.
And we're global ambassadors for the Global Youth Entrepreneurs Organization, where we aim to exchange and create startup camp events all around the world to engage and support teenagers in entrepreneurship.
We have been part of the Women Bdour Tour documentary as one of the few women success stories in Jordan.
And we've been interviewed by the local and regional TV channels such as Al Mamlaka TV, Al Arabi TV, and so on.
Our games were featured by many game development companies such as Bucket Gamer and The Rookies.
And since we started our journey in games development and in journalism, we've been super interested in spreading what we've learned and motivating people, especially girls. So we give motivational speeches with Bucket Gamer Connects, Microsoft, the Global Summit, and now with Girls Make Games.
We also focused on one of the most important goals of the Sustainable Development Goals, quality education, which is achieving inclusive and quality education for all reaffirms, and the belief that education is one of the most powerful and proven vehicles for sustainable development.
Also, we gave a couple of workshops in TechWorks Gaming Lab about game design and development.
So this game, I think you know it already. We have been working on a game with an international publisher for the last 6 months and recently published it. The game is called Car Girl Garage. It's an edutainment game that teaches women in a friendly and relaxed way about basic car DIY that's applicable to real life situations. The story behind this game is that we met the publishing company CEO 2 years ago. And we told her about how excited we were to collaborate. But nothing happened, so we emailed her and she replied, but we were still unable to find an idea for the game. We met again in November last year and thought about it more, and we were able to come up with this idea. So you should always follow up with people. It took us 2 years to make this game.
One of the mentors we one of the mentors we talked with once told us, annoy people. Tell them that you promised me with something. Always follow up with them because people are busy. Everyone is busy with their job. So you should follow up with people, do your best. And well, I'll tell you a short story about trying things. We were able to learn so many things and go through amazing experience because we tried. So always try. One story is that last year, our class had to dissect a rabbit. And I was very hesitant about it. I was like, it's a cute little rabbit. Why should we kill him? Kill him. We don't need to do that. But then my father told me, you did not know that you liked games development until you tried. How many girls, they want to be doctors and they don't know because they haven't been part of an experience. They'll find after this experience that they love being doctors. So always try new things.
To summarize all that we do, we started a YouTube channel last year where we make videos about games we develop, competitions we participate in, and we talk about business, game development, and design box. Well, the channel is in Arabic, but we have subtitles for every video. So we'd be really happy if you go check it out. It's called Sham and Jana Bdour at YouTube. Just that.
And this is our Instagram, shajan.bdour. So we'll be happy if you come and visit.
And lastly, you are your worst enemy. If you keep thinking that you're not good enough and that you can't do it, you will not be able to succeed. You can do it. Girls can.
And that's the story. Learn and have fun with Sakura Games.
Thank you. Any questions?
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. That was insane. I'm just like, you guys went from doing nothing to doing so much. How do you make that? How did you turn that switch from like nothing to so much?
Well, it's actually about motivation. Our father was a really big supportive. He helped us to do many things. He was the one who always supported us. You can do it. You should do that. You should always try. So he's really supportive. And it's all about that. When you see results, I mean, if you worked really hard in your life, you'll finish school, you'll finish college, you'll go to appropriate job, and you'll find the way in life, but there is no meaning. That's why many people, even if they have money, they don't feel fulfilled. Yes. So it's about having a meaning in life.
Having a purpose.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So for you, it seems like you both really value education and you want people to value it too. And you also want to transform education because you know, like, it's not very accessible because when it's boring, like a lot of people are going to stop. So I'm going to start taking questions here. We have a few questions. I love all your 3D models. Did you make them or source them from somewhere? If you made them, which program did you use?
Yes, all our games are developed from scratch. The modeling, the game, well, we're weak in the game design section, but we're going to develop it very soon.
And we're not good at 2D art too, so that's outsourced.
But all 3D models, the shaders, everything is in the game is made by us.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So what do you use to make it?
Autodesk Maya.
Maya, okay. That's so cool. Do you ever teach it? Like, do you do any webinars or sessions for Maya?
Well, I have an old Skillshare course. It's called Introduction into Maya on Skillshare. So you can email me and tell me any advice I'll give you. And you can,
I'll send your email.
Yeah, you can totally put your emails in there. And we will share them with all of the campers. So I'm pretty sure you're going to get spammed soon.
Yes. And on the YouTube channel, you can see stuff. We cover stuff. We make vlogs, devlogs about how we develop the game and stuff like that.
That's amazing.
So Yes.
Can you tell me what it's like? Like I saw your photos, and a lot of your photos, you were the only girls like at the startup incubator and like your game jams and all of these places. And you're already in a country where a lot of women don't pursue professions. Like I come from a similar background. So what was it like to go to school and you guys were like the two girls making games, and were there other girls? Did you try to bring them on board? And can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, we noticed that the number of girls in game development, especially, and in most of technology professions, is very low. So in Jordan, we only know one female working in game development other than
Wow.
us.
Wow.
And well, in our school is not that supportive, so they don't really they don't really value what we do.
Well, that was the idea why we made Carl Girl Garage with Martine. There is a stereotype about girls that they can't do tough stuff or they can't do those kinds of jobs. That's why the girl who works in the garage is a girl. And talking about diversity, her name is Mariam. So we tried to pick a name that's suitable for many regions. And we'll be adding many characters from diverse countries. And the first client for the girl is an African girl. So from here, we want to say that Black Lives Matter and all lives matter. Also, I do advise all of you to develop a game with a value. There will always be hyper casual games or fun games, but when you make something that makes an impact, it's different. It's totally different.
Yeah, and you could say like all media makes an impact anyway, so why not make it a positive impact, right? So when we read something or we watch something and the people we meet and all of that has an influence on how we think and how we work. So this is a really great message. I have another question here. You're both so talented at networking and public speaking. Do you have any tips for girls getting started on networking? Talking to strangers can be intimidating sometimes. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
but when you face your fear, even if you fear talking to the strangers and have social anxiety, I'm an introvert, so I know how this feels. But the fact, if you face it more than one times, you'll just get used to it and find it easier each time. But if you stop facing it, you'll just go back to number one, zero. So
And let's be optimistic. Let's not be that much optimistic about it. It's sometimes disappointing. I mean, we've met thousands of people who will tell you, wow, your work is fascinating, you're great. And even if your work is good, maybe they won't collaborate with you. That's why you should work on your skill set before going to an investor or someone to support you.
even with the skill sets, sometimes they don't support. So we have the bad
That's true.
experience with Jordanian people.
Yeah. Yeah, people
Yeah.
who have stereotypes, right? Like 'cause everyone's just like, oh, they're just kids. I mean, you're so young. Like everyone's just like, they're just kids. We'll talk to
Yeah.
them like 10 years later. Or they're
Yeah.
probably gonna stop making games soon anyway, so why bother? You know?
So true. And also, I mean, for me, one mistake we were doing is that we were going to people and feeling that we're young, this game is brilliant, and we go to them, they say that they can't invest in something like that. So we feel
Heartbroken. Yeah.
yes, but now we say, oh my God, how stupid we were. It's so bad.
Yeah.
So you keep growing, and when you look back and
Yeah.
you're like, oh boy, I've improved so much. Yeah.
So true.
You can't be we hate most of our old games, so this is
Even
You hate your games? No, we love your games. Right, guys?
thank you.
They're so embarrassed by their games, but they're amazing.
Thank you.
Well, Cargill Garage, even if it's still in development, after 1 week we feel it's weak. This is bad. I feel it's good because it's a way that you can improve yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
continuously, always growing, always improving. That's amazing. There is another question here. What is the best part of being game designers, in your opinion? So you can both answer it.
The creation part, not the creation part because it has so many bugs, but the part where you test it and it works.
Yes.
Okay, this takes a lot of effort, but in the end, it's fun.
Well, the moment when you bring the models into Unity and you see them in Unity lighting, we'll be like, it's like magic. You see magic. It's writing a line of code, seeing animation moves, seeing how the lighting looks in Unity.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's so cool. So you mostly use Unity for most of your games because it's super mobile friendly.
Yes.
Yeah. That's amazing. And then I guess that question follows with, where can we find and play your games?
Where
What?
can we find?
Yeah, where are your games published? Like,
Oh.
where can they download it? Yeah.
Okay. So Car Girl Garage is published on the Malaki's account.
Okay,
Well-
but you guys are mostly mobile, like you do mobile game development, right? So
Yeah.
probably the App Store and then the Google Play Store. Do you do anything on PC like Steam or any of that?
Nope.
It's
No,
mobile
but
for now?
we're working on it soon. We're going to
Nice.
publish the game.
Well,
Steam.
this is our website, so you can check the.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Someone said it at the same time.
Nice.
Well,
Google Blaze,
لا,
maybe.
our YouTube channel.
Yeah. Okay. YouTube channel. Just give me a second.
Yeah, no problem. So what are you, Jana, you said you graduated. So now you're going to do, what are you going to be, sorry, Sham, what are you up to now?
Well, I'm going to focus on game design more, and we'll follow that trial and error phase. We'll make we have projects to work on. So studying is a side.
That's a side thing that supports your game development.
Yeah.
So it's like you're game developers, and then you have like school on the side.
No, not school. School is another side project. Studying our softwares is the
Oh
side
my
project.
gosh! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, but Sham no longer has school now.
Yes, I spent 12 years.
No, I'm going to back to school soon. I'm not.
How much
very
longer
excited.
for you? How much longer for you?
A month, yeah.
No, I meant like how many years left? What year are you now?
Oh yeah, 4 years. Don't.
4 more years. You're starting high school,
Yeah, I'm
right?
starting.
Yeah, starting high school. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Yeah, are you guys having online school or do you have to go in person?
Well, we're not sure. The government likes to surprise us, but for now,
The last semester was online.
yeah. But
Okay,
for now,
yeah.
the next semester is going to be on school grounds, but we're expecting it to be like shifts.
Some online.
Some students
Makes sense.
go to school on Sunday, Tuesday,
Oh,
and
gotcha.
Thursday, and some go on Monday and
That makes sense.
Right. yeah. I'd prefer that. I'd have more time for my work.
That's true.
Thank you all for your great comments.
Yeah,
Yes,
of course.
um,
Wait, I personally have a question. How many games have you made so far already?
Shall we count the embarrassing
Let's try
ones?
counting. Yes, you can count all of them, all the prototypes and everything.
25. I'll say 25, I think.
25 games, everyone. So you have a number to beat now.
Quantity doesn't matter. Quality is what matters. So we don't count many games. We're going to count just 2 for now.
Most of them were
Just
made in game jams. So
Yeah.
3 days, 2 days. And actually, we covered the development journey of the last 2 games on our YouTube channel. And one great thing that publishing managers in the field of hyper casual, they tell you that make a game jam for yourself. Hyper casual games should be made in a week. So
Nice.
the idea of a game jam, putting yourself in a place where you have to do certain thing under a specific theme is really good for bringing ideas and brainstorming. So it's really
Yeah.
Prototyping it.
We once participate in a game jam for about 12 hours. Yeah.
Wow.
8 hours.
Yeah, 8 hours.
8 hours. Oh my goodness.
It wasn't amazing, but we still were able to manage a game in that time.
That's awesome. That's amazing. Well, I feel like everyone is super pumped and excited to go work on their games now after talking to you. You've inspired all of us. Thank you so much for taking time. I know it's like nighttime for you. It's almost like 8:30, 9 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. And I will make sure that everyone has their contact. Thank you, everyone. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Great rest of your night. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.